Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into the latest official progress record for the Morphean Cosmology Framework. And you're going to want to stick around for this one, because the March 2026 update is suggesting a pretty massive milestone has just been hit.
Okay, let's dive right into the numbers. As of this March 2026 update, the framework has officially unified, get this, 120 distinct domains of knowledge. Just let that sink in for a moment. We're talking about everything from physics to biology, even anthropology, all fitting together under one single, consistent roof.
And it's not just about casting a wider net. The depth is staggering too. The number of total structural elements, the unique concepts, the equations, the protocols, basically the building blocks of the whole system, that number has now hit 665.
Okay, but here's the part that really blows my mind. The official audit confirms 0% internal paradoxes. 0 across the entire architecture. Think about that. That means across all 120 of those fields and all 665 of those concepts, nothing contradicts anything else. It's all verified as being completely, totally, internally consistent.
All right, so expanding the map. Let's dig into what's new here and how this map of knowledge has actually grown. Because it's not just about adding more territory, it's about seeing the existing territory in a whole new light.
So, 4 brand new domains were brought into the fold in this last research cycle, which bumped the total up from 116 to 120. We've got anthropology, evolutionary biology, computing, and, interestingly, evolution as a concept distinct from general biology.
Now, adding new domains is cool and all, but the really revealing stuff, the additions that change the game, are the 21 new constructs. So, what do they tell us about the nature of reality? Well, a lot. They give us a much deeper, higher resolution look, especially when we zoom all the way down to the quantum level.
Okay, let's get into it. The electron, from quantum cloud to electrical circuit. This is the heart of the new research, and it offers a pretty radical reinterpretation of the electron when it's inside a molecule. I mean, we're talking about a complete paradigm shift here.
Yeah, so these new constructs are all about redefining how we see the electron. We're moving beyond that vague idea of a probability cloud, where the electron could be kind of here, kind of there, and into the world of deterministic mechanics. Instead of that fuzzy cloud, the framework is describing a clear mechanical and electrical relationship. And the key to this whole thing is a concept called internuclear polarity. So what is that? It's basically an anode-cathode relationship, a positive and negative pole that exists between different atomic nuclei, but within a single molecule. Think of it like this. The molecule itself contains a tiny, tiny battery.
And what's really fascinating is this direct quote from the source material, which just lays it all out there. The molecule is a circuit. The nuclei are the poles. The bond is the wire. The current is real. I mean, it doesn't get much clearer than that.
And check this out, it illustrates a really simple 4-step electrical process that's happening right there at the molecular level. Let's walk through it. Step 1, you've got your anode, the positive pole. That's the nucleus with the lower atomic number, a low Z nucleus, like hydrogen. Step 2, you've got your cathode, the negative pole. That's your high Z nucleus, something like oxygen. Step 3, the wire, that's just the covalent bond that holds them together. And finally, step 4, the current. The electron moving across that bond is treated as a real, honest-to-goodness electrical current.
All right, one pattern, all scales. So here's the crucial point, and you might want to buckle up for this one. This isn't just about molecules. No, this is about a universal pattern.
Yeah, this idea of a molecular circuit is a perfect example of the framework's foundational axiom that the same geometric and polarity principles pop up identically across every single scale of existence. So the rules that govern the tiny stuff are the exact same rules that govern the massive stuff.
Just look at this comparison table. It shows the exact same anode-cathode architecture defining both a tiny molecule and our own Earth-Moon system. It's pretty wild. On the molecular scale, you have a photon as the power source, the low Z nucleus as the anode, high Z as the cathode, the bond as the medium, and a dipole field as the output. Now look at the planetary scale. The sun is the power source, the moon acts as the anode, Earth's core is the cathode, something called the plasma substrate is the medium, and the output, Earth's magnetic field.
And the framework is really, really clear on this point. This is not a metaphor. The mechanics of the universe. They're meant to be taken as literal mechanics, not just some symbolic way of thinking about things. It's claiming this is how it actually works.
Okay, so with any work this big, it's pretty important to know where it comes from and what the rules are for using it. So let's talk about the creator and the license.
Believe it or not, this entire architecture is the work of a single creator, Christos Sotirelis, who also goes by the name Morpheas the Shape Master.
And all the work within the framework is governed by a special license, the MCF BY-NC-ND-EP license. It's a custom public license, and it's really designed to protect the integrity of the work while still letting people engage with it.
So let's just run through these terms real quick. BY is for attribution. You have to give credit to Christos Sotirelis. NC means non-commercial. You can't sell the work for a profit. ND is no derivatives. You can't modify it. But this last one, EP, is where it gets really interesting. It stands for ethics preservation. This means any use of the framework has to preserve its core ethical principles.
Which kind of leaves us with one final big thought to chew on. If the same electrical pattern really does govern both a molecule and a planet, if that's true, then what other universal blueprints are we just not seeing yet? What other massive cosmic connections are hiding right there in plain sight, just waiting for us to notice?